Tom, how's morale?
Oh, I feel great. I got like a Egg McMuffin style sandwich in front of me and a glass of orange juice, and I'm going back home. I feel pretty good.
If you're a Warriors player, how's morale?
Oh, I mean, it's tough to answer for everybody, but I think you're going back home to play Game 7. Not what you wanted. Everybody keeps saying if you'd have told me that in January, I always ask them, what if I'd have told you that 5 days ago? Like, nah, not so much. Not 5 days ago. 6 months ago, I felt good about it. And it's what you play all year for. That's what you accumulate those 73 wins for, to get back home and have a chance to win a Game 7, to win a championship, or in the case of the Oklahoma City series, to advance. Come from behind 3-1. You had 2 of those games at home because you had the best record. So, I mean, they're dealing with a team that's on a roll right now. I don't necessarily believe in momentum transferring from game to game, so it all starts new in Game 7. But these guys are, I'm sure it's confidence they've been all season. But, hey, if you're the team that you think you are, the team that won the most regular season games in the history of the NBA, then you got to feel pretty good about being at home for Game 7. Those home teams rarely lose those anyway, and they're a good basketball team. They're trying to be a great basketball team. We'll find out on Sunday.
How would you rate the refs overall last night?
Oh, man. Can I get fined?
I don't think you can get fined anymore.
I don't think I can get fined anymore, can I?
No, I don't think so.
No, they weren't good. I mean, look, they struggled. Some of the calls on Steph were terrible. Kevin Love's third foul was terrible. A couple times LeBron went to the hole. I thought he got fouled. I thought they scuffled last night. And are we sure I can't get fined? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Too late now, Tom.
But players scuffle, coaches scuffle, refs scuffle. I thought they had a tough one last night. I thought there were some fouls both ways that I looked at and said, "Wow, I'm sorry, you can't make that call on the assumption somebody got fouled. You better know someone got fouled to make that call." I mean, Kevin Love's third foul was on a block, and he didn't even touch Draymond Green going to the hole. So, yeah, I thought they scuffled last night.
But Steph seemed a little more aggressive on defense. Now, the foul on Tristan Thompson was just stupid. Like, who cares if Tristan Thompson scores in the first minute of the game? But the other moments where he's trying to really put pressure on Kyrie Irving, I thought he put himself in bad situations a couple of times. I thought he picked Kyrie clean the one time he was called for a foul as well. But just Steph is now forced to play a little bit more defense here, and you're seeing a little bit more frustration with him than we saw during the regular season. How surprising is this?
Well, I mean, I think it mounts. I think when you're up 3-1 and you expect to close it out, and then you find yourself on the brink of a Game 7, I think frustration levels are going to rise a tad bit. Look, we used to have a saying, and I still use it: don't put yourself in a position for the referee to blow the whistle. Mm-hmm. And when you do it sometimes, you're going to get a bad call. You fly out for a 3, guy shooting a 3, and you fly out wildly. Maybe you didn't hit him, but you're going to give the official an excuse to call the foul. So there were a couple of those last night, but I mean 3 of them. That was the problem I think Steve had during the post-game presser. It wasn't just one. It was he picked him, then his 6th foul was a bad call. There was maybe another one out there that I thought was kind of a weak call, but they didn't lose because of the officials. And I think it's funny. I was talking to somebody, and I said, why does everybody care about the officials nowadays? I mean, when I played, no one cared about the officials. No one cared about who was behind home plate. Now, they got all the referee listings, and they tell you who's going to be reffing the games, who's going to be umping the games, and then all it does is get people up in arms. Like, oh, no, he's going to be – oh, no, not that guy. So last night I tweeted out loud. Some people got it, some didn't. I said the NBA's announced the officials for Game 7. It's going to be Ken Kaiser, Red Cashin, and Phil Luckett. Who wouldn't love that?
Old school.
Absolutely old school. Ken Kaiser used to punch people out with the left hand.
I love that. Who had a worse night, Steph Curry or his wife?
My goodness. I know she was super frustrated. I think we all know that. But being that she could have had a rough night on Twitter and they could have still won, that one didn't have anything to do with the other, I'm going to say Steph probably had a rougher night. Not that he didn't play well. I mean, him and Clay were the only reason they're in the game last night because they were able to shoot well. But no, I think when you're a player and it's 3-1 and you're at home, you're thinking, man, this is going to be sweet. We're going to wrap this baby up at home. We're going to be good to go. And then 3 letters happened. LBJ. My goodness.
I was saying to the audience that appreciate this. I know we bang on LeBron for a variety of reasons, but what he's done, I mean, he's the MVP of the finals, to me, whether they win or lose.
He's been unbelievable. I mean, he's been awesome. The last 2 games, I think it's 41 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 3.5 steals, 3 blocks. I mean, absolutely incredible. Now, I don't know if I'd go as far as the MVP. I always would like to give it to the winning team, since that's the goal of the whole exercise, to win.
Well, they could be the winning team.
Well, they could be, yeah. Well, then that's a no-brainer.
Yes.
I mean, that you don't even.
Okay, but who do you give it to?
even in the
Golden State. Okay, who on Golden State? You know, is it somebody's got to win it, so you'll give it to who?
Well, I mean, obviously a lot would depend on Game 7. You know, Clay's probably had his 2 best games in losing efforts. I don't know. It depends on what kind of game Steph would have. Draymond wasn't very good last night. Got suspended for Game 5. Although they lost, that might bolster his case. I don't know. I mean, you could be right. And I'm not saying that he's – even if they lose, I'm not saying that he's not the best player in the series. I mean, that's clear. He's been the best player in the series since the start, and the last 2 games have only, you know, bolstered his case. I don't know. It always seems weird to me to give an MVP of a series to a losing team when the whole exercise is to try to win the damn thing.
He's Tom Tolbert, the former NBA player, Warriors analyst for KNBR Radio. How did the Warriors not win Game 7? What goes wrong?
LeBron goes wrong for them again. He has a monster game. And look, last night there's not a whole lot you can do with him. I mean, Kyrie's the one you got to make sure you try to keep down. Kyrie can hit some tough shots, but when LeBron's hitting jump shots, it's tough, especially with Bogut out and their centers didn't play particularly well last night. He can attack the rim as well, but then when he gets in transition, but really for them, they got to limit turnovers. That's always a key because when you get LeBron James in the open court, you can forget about it. And I know it sounds simple, but they got to hit shots. I mean, they've missed so many shots the last 2 games, wide open shots. You know, you'd love to say, well, you know, Cleveland's played really good defense, and they have. They've been physical. They've got after them, and they're busting their butts out there. But that being said, I mean, you know, Harrison Barnes has to hit a shot. Clay didn't get going until the second half. Sean Livingston scuffled a little bit. I mean, they just have to hit some open shots. I mean, Charles Barkley says it all the time. They're a jump-shooting team, but maybe the best jump-shooting team in the history of the game. Over the last couple games, they really haven't been the best jump-shooting team. So they're going to have to hit some shots, get the crowd to go crazy, and drop a couple threes on them, and then keep LeBron under 50.
Hey, Tom, safe travels back. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. Have a good one, man.
All right, buddy. Tom Tolbert, Warriors analyst.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.